So this is the data I'm going to use for icon sets. So we have the list of months, and then the net turnover of a year and the net turnover of the next year, and then we have the change in net turnover in terms of millions. So now to see which months performed better than the previous year and which months did not, I'm going to apply icon sets on this particular cell range. So let's see how we can use that. So I'm just going to select this cell range first, and I'll go to Format, Conditional Formatting. So on hovering, you can see the various icons that are provided, but I'm going to customize the rule for the icon set, so I'm not going to choose from the menu directly. I'll click on icon set. So this is the icon set dialog, and here you can see there's a drop down here. So once you click on that drop down, it displays all the icon sets that are available in Zoho Sheet. You can choose from that. So now I'm going to go for the 4 arrow set. So I'll choose that. So once I chose the 4 arrow sets, you can see that this section here, which has the conditions or the rules, changes automatically. And here on the right side, you can see there's a data type section. And so now I'm going to set my rules based on the numbers that are present in the cell range. So I'm going to change the data type to number for each icon. So once I've set the data type, so I'll move on to the next section here. So you can see there's a section called rules, where you can set the actual condition you want to set, and then we have a field called values here, so you can enter the numbers or values you want. So now I'm going to change the rule here. So here, so for those cells which are having values that are lesser than -1, I want the red downward arrow to be used, and similarly for those cells that are having values that are between -1 and 0, I want the yellow downward arrow to be used. And then for those cells that have values between 0 and 1, I want the yellow upward arrow to be used. And for those cells containing a value that is greater than or equal to 1, I want the green upward arrow to be used. So I have specifically set rules or conditions for each of the icon here in this set. So now that my condition is done, you can see there are some additional options at the bottom. So the first one is reverse icon order. So once this option is chosen, the order of these icons listed will get reversed. That is, for those cells that are containing values greater than and equal to 1, the red downward arrow will be used. And for those cells that have values lesser than -1, the green upward arrow will be used, and so on. And then there's a second option called hide cell content. So this option is similar to what we saw in color scales. That is, the cell values in that particular range will be hidden and only the icons will be displayed. So I'm just going to choose this option here to see how that works. And finally, we have another option called keep default icon size. So when this option is chosen, the icon size will not change even when the font size of a particular cell is changed. So even if you're changing the font size of a particular range, the icons will stay the same size if you choose this option. So now I've set the conditions, and then I've chosen the hide cell content option here. So now I'm going to click on OK. So as you can see, the values in this cell range are hidden and only the icons are displayed. So now let me just unhide those cells to get a clear idea about these icons now. So I'll just uncheck this option and click on OK. Yeah, so now we have the cell values and the icons displayed. So as you can see, for those values that are greater than 1, the green upward arrow is used. For those values lesser than -1, the red downward arrow is used. For those between -1 and 0, the downward yellow arrow is used. And for those between 0 and 1, the upward yellow arrow is used. So this is the condition I had set, and you can see them being applied here. Now in this manage dialog, you can also get a quick glance of the rule you have set. Let's just hover over the eye icon here, and it will give you the rule that you have set in that particular conditional format. So it makes it easier for you to know what kind of rule you have set in that particular format. So this is all about conditional formatting in Zoho Sheet.